Okay, we all remember when Facebook was just Facebook and
Once
Instagram was
upon
just Instagram.
a time, Facebook was sublime.
Was it?
I had lots of friends, and they could see my content back then.
Not anymore.
Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. If that's what you're looking for, you found it. It's the podcast where we talk all things networking, marketing, and some wizardry. It's everything you need to know and everything you didn't know you needed to know, but now that you know, you can't unknow. You know? So, I'm one of your co-hosts here today, Princess Paula, along with my beautiful co-host,
Therapy.
and together, the two of us combined, united, are
As one.
Royally Unhinged. That's right. Pull up a chair, folks. Grab your cup of Joe or whatever beverage you are hiding in your cup at work right now and join us for another episode of Royally Unhinged. Tara, tell the fine folks today, whether they're watching or listening, what you have in store.
I have a lot of things in store. So,
Store's open.
store is open.
Bing bong.
And it's open about
I got no ice.
bing bong.
You know where that's from?
Yes. Inside
Who's
Out.
one who likes to play bing bong, bing bong?
So for a series of time, my oldest was very into Inside Out.
I love that. Do you realize that I am Joy incarnate? Like
Oh,
that character
totally.
Joy, that is me.
Do you know for Halloween last year, Kaya was Joy. Garrett was Anger. Riley was what was the
Depressed?
one? No, Anxiety.
Oh, anxiety, the green one?
No. That's Disgust.
Oh yeah, blue is the anxiety.
The short one. No, in the second movie. Third movie.
Oh, I
Second
haven't seen
movie.
that one. I haven't seen the third.
Second movie. It's the one with the new little tiny character.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it's a she, I think. She's wearing a dress, like purple dress and whatever.
Yes.
Anyways, my youngest had a very similar dress, and we were gonna dress her as something else, but she didn't want to dress like that, so then she ended up being dressed as that.
I am Joy. There's always a bright side to everything. It's okay.
Hey,
It
do you want to
doesn't
know
matter.
what I was?
Oh wait. What were you?
Sadness.
No.
My oldest decided who everyone was gonna be. She said, "Daddy's gonna be Anger because he's always angry." You've met my husband. Do you see him being always angry? He's not. And she said, "I'm Sadness because I'm always sad."
Oh, out of the
was
mouth
like-
of babes.
I feel like there was just some like.
Where did you just lay on the floor and be like, why bother? It's not even.
I'll show you the picture if you go on some channel. I think there's pictures of it still out there.
Like
But
PBS?
I got a white. I couldn't find a blue wig, so I got a white wig, and then I spray painted it with the blue hairspray
Oh
that you
my
can get at the store.
gosh.
And then I got a white sweater from Amazon, and I had the glasses, and
Okay.
we all
there
took a
needs to be
picture
some
together.
Photo.
My sister-in-law was disgust, so she went. Yeah,
Oh, that is so good.
Kai had the blue wig and everything, and
Bing bong, bing bong. Yeah, no.
Bing
That's one of my favorite shows of all time. I just love that.
it's so cute. We cry every time, and because the main girl's name is in there is also my youngest's name.
Oh, real? Oh, yeah. It's just so good. It's just so good.
It's just, anyways.
That is not what we're talking about today.
So no, not at all. We are not talking about Inside Out. What we are talking about today is the wonderful new thing that's coming to be in ads.
Ads.
Is Meta AI ads.
Burr, burr, burr.
It's like a scary
You know,
story.
Backtrack to one of our original episodes, Tara. I was thinking today on the drive over to the studio about social media and Facebook in particular, and how I am not on Facebook and Instagram anymore in a personal setting. You'll still see, yeah, I know. You'll still see some of my business stuff up there. It's
Same.
called being strategic and using platforms.
We talk about this all the time. Like,
It's a placeholder.
We are still on there business-wise. We still have our personal pages on there because, newsflash, you have to have a personal page connected with your business pages
Yes.
on Facebook.
Especially for you old Google.
Yeah, Instagram, you can have your own little login or whatever, but no, Facebook, you have to have a business page connected with. She's so upset about this. She's just throwing her glasses everywhere.
But I was thinking, yes, righto, on the way here about Meta. And I was just like, is my life any worse for the wearer because I'm not on there? And on the one hand, there's a small there's a little part of me that's like, sometimes I miss knowing some things about people. But I just had a conversation with someone recently, realizing that, like, for real people, the stuff that's out on social media is so not real. Oh, I know. Okay, I can't divulge too much. But I had a conversation with someone who went away on a trip. And when I found out about how the trip went, it was not good. But yet I looked at the photos this person posted on Facebook and it was like, trip of a lifetime, best thing ever, amazing. And I was like, I have the tea. I have the background scoop on this. I know it wasn't.
I know that during this picture that you just had this happen to you, and why are you putting on a fake persona?
Like, it was a 180 of what reality was, and it was in that moment where I went, oh my gosh, like, it is so fake and phony.
It's so funny that you actually just say that too, because literally before I was just scroll, and on on Shorts, I came across a video that, and I put it as a topic because I think it would be really interesting for us to dive into this again. And I know we talked about the one gal and she had cancer or something. And we talked about that like early episodes. But just kind of diving into a little bit more on even like voiceover stuff on other clips that people reuse from other creators so that they can get views on their stuff. Do you know what I mean? So like,
oh, I get my TikTok videos stolen all the time.
Yeah, that's what
I see all the time that my content's being reposted, and I'm trying to figure out where they're posting it. Who knows? But they're just posting it.
They'll save the video and then they'll re-upload it again, but they'll put like a voiceover over what's there. Prime example, and I'll just talk about it now.
Actually, that's pretty brilliant.
But
it's stealing content.
It is. The one that I saw, it was this artist.
I'm going to pause you for 1 second. If you're listening or watching, so if you found a video, like let's say a fridge organizing video or a garage organizing video, and it's a really cool video that has a lot of traction, you could save that video, repost it as your own with your own voice doing a narration or a commentary, and now it looks like it's your content.
Yes. Which is exactly the example. Yeah. So the one that I saw this morning, it was a video of a guy who he just finished. It wasn't like the whole process. It was just like the ending video. He did this art piece, and it was like the ones that he used like different nails, and then he used string and like crossed it over so it made an image in the middle. And the image was of a woman's face or something. But all of the depth of the string, like that was the art. And then all of a sudden you see the guy take a scissors and he just cuts across the entire thing and he ruins it. The voiceover that was on here was like, and I think a lot of the time it's just like AI stuff. Like people just upload videos and like, give me a voiceover narration of like what's happening in this thing. And then like AI is shooting out whatever.
Yeah.
Cause like what AI, this voiceover was saying was that this guy finished this artwork and he started getting all this flack for his artwork that he did because people were saying that it was horrible because it has a hidden image in the back.
And that's why he cut it?
Like, and then that's why he cut it and destroyed it. And I'm like,
good job, AI.
Really? That's why? Whoever posted this, did you actually listen to what your AI nonsense just
Okay, I'm really excited to jump into this today, Tara, because this is going to be good. Because as we talk about how everything's pulling from AI and doing all... Because right before we got onto this podcast, I too was scrolling McScrollerton. And I saw a little article talking about how there was this band. Somebody just came across a band on Spotify who'd only been on for a couple of days and yet had millions of followers and views and all these things. It was a totally made up band, an AI band with 2 albums composed entirely by AI. It was an entire AI band, but yet overnight had reached all this success. And the comment section was on fire, like what people thought. Because part of the problem was people were saying it's actually really good music. So what's the whole deal? Was this done as a fake thing? Is it a spoof? Is it just trying to trick the thing? Like, what are they doing? So let's dive in. So this is...
So we're going to bring it on back.
Bring it on back.
To Meta AI, specifically. Meta AI ads. So...
What's Meta, Tara?
Meta is the joining of what now oversees everything.
In Mewage?
In Mewage.
Do you, Instagram, take the Facebook to be your lovely wedded bank account?
Okay, we all remember when Facebook was just Facebook. And
Once
Instagram
upon
was just Instagram.
a time, Facebook was sublime.
Was it?
I had lots of friends, and they could see my content back then.
Not anymore. Okay, so...
When did you join?
When did I join Facebook? I feel like it was 2008.
Yeah, I think mine was either 2007 or 2009, right in there.
I think I see it all the time somewhere on there. It says 2008.
Seems like so long ago, Tara.
Oh my gosh.
Like a whole 2 decades.
When I was... Yeah, I was about there. Okay, so... It was Facebook and Instagram, and then there was like other things that got added. Like there's Messenger, there's WhatsApp, there's...
You all know that, right? That WhatsApp is part of Facebook, part of the Meta suite.
Did you know?
Y'all know that, right?
You know.
Our friend the Zuckerberg owns it all.
Owns it all. And recently, when was it? Like 2-3 years ago? 4 years ago, maybe? That Facebook... But no, Facebook owned Instagram longer, but then they did a whole brand shift maybe about 4 or 5 years ago where they have the overseeing hub now, which is called Meta. And Meta is the main parent of everything. And then you have like Oculus, you have Facebook, Instagram, you have WhatsApp, you have Messenger, you have like all of these. Actually, if you go to your Facebook and you click on your picture in the upper right, if you're on your phone and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it now has listed all of their affiliations that they have on there. I'm still waiting for TikTok to show up on there, but
because we know that they we know
what we know.
So when we talk about Meta, we are talking about the big company that owns both Facebook, Instagram, and we'll just say WhatsApp. But WhatsApp people aren't posting on, so that behaves. Right. But with Instagram, we have Threads as well.
Oh, yes. Threads was another one, yes. So there's it's a giant hub and it oversees all these
Some
things.
of you are listening to us and you're like totally tracking, understand. Some of you are like, why did we just start talking about sewing? And so for those of you who are like, no clue, just know that there are so many different apps that you can access on your phone or on the website, and they all act a little bit different, but they're all owned by Meta.
And we've talked about this before too, I think in our first episode, why we left Meta, of like Threads is basically just a copy of Twitter. Mm-hmm. Instagram Reels was a copy of TikTok. And so like everything is just copied and it's just named something different. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about this because I saw recently an article that popped up from The Guardian. And I have essentially what the quote was here.
Lay it on me.
So essentially what Mark Zuckerberg was interviewed because they started coming out with Meta AI for ads. Basically, he said, you give us your credit card and AI will take care of it for you. So like, you just give them your money. Oh. And AI will just do the rest. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay, hold on a second. Can we just sit in this space? Why does this make me want to start crying all of a sudden out of nowhere? You know why this upsets me?
Oh my gosh, in the AI world.
No, but yes, but also because I cannot tell you, Tara, how many people I know, business owners, people in business, that are running Facebook ads and that are like, yep, I just lay down all this money. I'm just paying all this money. And the amount of people that are just giving their money away and throwing their money at something that they're kind of like, well, I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. This makes sense.
This is why I won't do Facebook ads or Instagram ads for people anymore.
Not anymore.
Because of this. I used to do them for clients. And if they ask me enough after we have a conversation whether it's a good idea or not, and I'll give them my 2 cents.
I'd give her $1.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump in. Sorry, I'm not trying to sidetrack
us.
There's just so many thoughtsicles.
This could very well end up being a 2-parter just because it's such an open thing. But anyways, in this article, Zuckerberg was basically saying, give us your money and AI will take the rest. So I want to dive into that because what that really ends up being is that you don't have control of what AI is doing for you. Like, you literally just hand over your credit card and then AI could be giving you really good leads. It could be giving you really crappy leads. Like, it scares, that didn't sound right, but it scares me because
there are so many tentacles to this, because as we're sitting here right now and my brain's going, I start thinking of all of the data they're collecting that Facebook's collecting.
I have many points here that I want to, and that's including one. Including one.
All right.
So his actual quote that he gave in The Guardian was, "You give us your credit card and we'll give you customers." That was the quote. So,
really?
Yeah.
Do you know how powerful that sentence is?
Yeah.
We have this conversation all the time, Tara, about people are going, I want leads, I want leads, I want leads. They'll pay for leads. People will pay any amount if you can guarantee them leads. So if he is saying, give us your credit card, we'll give you customers, that should be illegal.
So here's why
that should be illegal.
One of my first thoughts is why Meta AI ads is not all that in a bag of chips. So after this came out, so Meta AI is, well, just not even AI, but just Meta in general, any platform. When you go and like click on an ad or a link or something that somebody has in there, does it take you off of Facebook? Does it take you off of Instagram? Does it bring you to
separate
Safari?
Window.
Does it? No, it opens up that link within that
Tara.
app.
Okay, we got to pause here for a minute. I always just want to break it down. If you're watching, if you're listening, this is key. I want you to hear what Tara is saying. That when you click on an ad or something within Facebook or Instagram, and you probably have never been aware of this before, when you click on it, where does it take you to? Do you suddenly jump through space and time over to that store where you're
or you'll just say, oh, when I click on it, the website just pops up. But if you look at the very top, it still says you're in Facebook.
And I've noticed that because if you ever try to backspace or you try to, like, if I kind of start clicking through things and then I jump over to Safari to be like, oh yeah, I want to go back to that page in Safari. And then I click on Safari and go, why is it not here?
Yep. So now if I ever have clicked on an ad more recently, I'll click on it. And if it opens up that page, I will go to the very top. I'll click the 3 little dots and it will say open an external browser. And I'll click that. So I'm not looking in Facebook, because let me tell you, and this brings it to the whole data stuff that we were just talking about. Because when you click on that, it brings you into all of your data that's stored within Facebook, which there's a lot. So if you haven't gone to look at your settings, that's a whole other episode in podcast. And maybe we'll do a video on how to find all the data that Facebook actually collects about you. But one of the things that you can also do is save your credit card information within Facebook. So if I saw, which I will say, at one point, I saw a pair of hiking boots that I really liked and were super cute. So I clicked on it and it brought me over to the thing. And I was just kind of scrolling before I went to open an external browser. So I was like, is this even worth my time? I had a little pop-up that came up from the bottom and it said, would you like to use this credit card that you have on file? I was like, hold up. I don't have any credit cards on file. So it was asking me if I wanted to save a card that I normally use on my phone.
Yeah.
So it pulled information from my phone
Ooh.
and asked me if I wanted to save that information. Of course, I rejected it and I got out and I went away. But
Tara, there's so much to unpack here.
Well,
we need a half a day podcast.
This is why, like, and I'm only going to touch on each one of these topics, but with the data privacy concerns on there, like, there have been so many different data leaks from Meta in general. So it's like...
Okay, but here's the thing. With what you're saying right now, like, I'm listening to you talk going, the average person is going to see that and be like, want these boots, super cool boots. And when it goes, do you want to save your card? Everyone's just like, yes, because we're all about convenience and ease and quick.
Yeah.
And so people just go, yep, because it's the same thing we do with Amazon, which is how Amazon's gotten all of our info. And there's a whole Netflix special on Amazon, which we're going to do a podcast on how they've done all of this to get us to buy as quick and as simple as possible. Mm-hmm. So now Meta is capturing all of this data and information because we're just quick, like, I want the boots.
And how do you think they are using that data now that they are coming out with Meta AI ads? They're using that data.
Well, because they're training.
They're training AI to now use that
You all realize
data.
that, right? Like, when I teach my AI classes, I'm very upfront and honest. Like, when I'll tell people, yes, it's listening. Yes, it's watching. Like, your Google Nests in your home, they've taken them apart and found microphones in them. Like, everything is listening to you. And I'm very upfront about that. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, there's nothing to see behind the curtain. Oh, no, it's absolutely what you think it is happening.
Well, and even when they came, like, there was a version of the Amazon Alexas or the Echoes or whatever that comes out. Like, if you have the Alexa app on your phone, there's a spot on there that you can actually go and you can see all of the things that you've asked it, but it actually has recordings. It's a recorded piece of what you actually said. So if I say, hey, Alexa, tell me what temperature the sun is or something, I can actually go within the app and I can listen to me saying it. So it's actually recording, not even just listening and then pulling up the info. Like, it's recording and it's storing that
Oh my gosh,
snippet.
we can go so far off the rails because then this gets into the whole, this is how they train AI. And this is how it's getting trained because they're constantly pumping in all this information. What are people asking Alexa? What are they buying on Facebook? What are they doing? Excuse me. So this is how they train the AIs. Okay, I'll stop.
Well, and AI is just scary in general because I can't tell you how many times, and I know as soon as I say this, you're all going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, that happens all the time. How many times are you just like sitting in your home, you're just sitting in your home and you think about something and you just think about it. You don't necessarily search it. You don't necessarily verbally say anything, but you think about it. And then shortly thereafter, you start seeing these ads everywhere that are exactly for that thing.
You think they're in your brain, Tara?
I don't think they're in my brain, but something's going on.
No, I don't. Yes.
Because the amount of times before Riley was born that I started thinking about like all the things that we needed, and it could have just been like I was doing some baby searches or
Tara,
something.
That's because they have that data.
No,
they know that you're pregnant.
But that's what I'm saying, because even though they know that I'm pregnant, but like it's weird because at that specific time, like hubby and I will be sitting on the couch or something, and I was like, oh, we need more diapers. All of a sudden I see on Netflix ads or something. There's an ad for
Tara,
diapers.
Again, people, if you are not aware of this, and you can live your life and it doesn't even matter. So what Tara's talking about right now, she's a young mom. She's gone to Target or Walmart or Amazon and bought some diapers. So it's now in the system out there that Tara bought diapers. One time, maybe they let it go and saying she bought it as a shower gift for someone. Tara goes 2 or 3 times to buy diapers. It's now in the system, in the world out there. Her shopping habits are out there. So they know, oh, if she's bought diapers 3 times, she has small children, which means she's going to need diapers every week or 2. So we can just start sending her ads about diapers because we know that she's a consumer. Because everything you do, every time you swipe your card, every time you go everywhere and anywhere, all of your shopping habits, every time you click anything is being monitored, sold. Okay, that's going to be a whole other. But here, okay, no, this is tied in. Here's why this is tied in. Because people have been on Facebook, per our earlier conversation, since 2007, 2008, 2009. We've become very comfortable with Facebook. It's like your grandma. It's like this comfortable thing that you think is really safe because it feels old and outdated. Sorry, your grandma is not old and outdated.
I was just gonna...
Facebook has this feeling of like, oh, it's Facebook, it's harmless. So they have strategically been able to sneak in, which is why when they say, give us your credit card and we'll get you customers, you're like, that is so nice of you, Facebook. I trust you. You're Facebook. You're old and outdated and people just argue in the groups and the city groups. You're just like, you're like harmless. So strategic because they're getting all of your info.
So, and part of that too is that, okay. Blah. So Meta is collecting all of your data so that it can use it in different areas. And especially now with Meta AI ads, they're collecting all this data of you. They can very easily have these AI ads go out to take out different I forgot my train of thought. Lights flickered and
they can get all the info of you. It's because they're listening to us.
Knows.
He knows.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, kind of just going back to what I was just talking about in the beginning of this of like not real fake videos that are out there getting misinformation. So like I gave the example of this one video. Obviously that wasn't what the video was about. It wasn't about that there was a hidden message or a hidden image in this piece of artwork that this guy did. So, and there's still a lot of studies out there, and I think we can just all tell when we see stuff coming up on Facebook, and maybe Instagram too, but if there's stuff coming up on Facebook and it's like from Joe Lover's page or something, and it looks like it's an actual article, but it's not a real article. It's just like somebody put together some fake thing. Or like I saw a bunch of stuff coming out about the Duck Dynasty mom in there or something, and that she had, like, there's just all of this misinformation. So like a lot of this...
so wait, are you saying because they're training AI, but AI is just getting snippets from here and there and then trying to create stuff that it's not, there's no oversight?
Yes, there's no oversight of it. So for business owners especially, like all of your actual data that you're putting, and we've talked about this before, like all of your posts, like it's not being seen anymore because all of this misinformation, all of this like jaw-dropping stuff is getting put out there over what you might just be putting about your business or whatever. So it just algorithmically, is that a word? Sure. I feel like it is.
Word of the day,
hey,
word of the day, podcast word of the day. Algorithmically.
I couldn't even remember what I just said.
Making stuff up. Folks.
Anyways, but based off the algorithm, it's just biased. So that makes it just difficult in general. So then I want to go to my next thing, which the Guardian article said, and I have some of these quotes written down just so I didn't get them wrong. It's the ultimate squeeze. They took your organic engagement and are now renting it back to you.
This is so freaking brilliant. Oh my God.
So
and people don't realize it, Tara.
They don't realize it. And it's not, I'm not trying to, like, this is just information. So take it as you would like to. But again, this is going back to why I don't do social media ads for people anymore. I would much rather have you go and use that money towards different methods that actually help and work. Because the amount of money, like, you could get all the impressions in the world, but and it shows that you've had 50 million clicks on this, but did you have anybody...
totally rearranging my culottes. So, listen, here's a...
Yes,
we're in marketing. I don't even know what this is going to look like on camera at this point, but I just rearranged my whole body posture because... Never mind. Go ahead. This is one of these things where people are spending money. And was there a place and a time when social media, when doing ads made sense? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you get traction? Absolutely. Was it worthwhile? Yep. But the problem is these things have changed, just like wearing bell bottoms now. You got to change with the times. But people are locked into something. So since they were doing this 5 years ago, they're like, well, I'm just going to keep doing this because it worked 5 years ago for me.
And I will say it's probably about 5 or 6 years ago when I think it was...
Yeah, what COVID.
It was good. It was chef's kiss.
During COVID and right before COVID,
yeah,
these things were like one of the best ways to market your company.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
No. It's gotten so much more difficult, and we've talked about too, like, why I have stepped off of Meta just personally. Because nobody was seeing my stuff anymore anyways.
You know, I had a conversation with my dad who's in his 80s, and this is going to tie in real quick. So I was talking to my dad because he comes from the generation, boomer, that used phone books and newspapers to find information.
Yep.
And we were talking about this because he said, nowadays, Paula, I can't find anything. And I said, no, Dad, that's because everything's gone online. It's all digital now. If you need to find something, you get on Google. Nothing's in a phone book anymore. So this ties in because the same thing has happened here. Once upon a time, advertising.
Once upon a time.
Once when you were mine. Okay, once upon a time, advertising on Facebook and maybe even Instagram, but doing Facebook ads was the way. It's equivalent to the phone book. Yep. Well, no one uses a phone book anymore. And if somebody was still like, I want to put all my money in a phone book ad, you'd be like, dude, you're cray-cray. Like, why would you do that? Because it worked for years, so I'm going to do it again. You have to keep up with trends and where people are and what's happening. But Facebook is still able to make money off of people who are like, well, this worked really well, so I'm going to keep doing it. Like, I even have customers that are like, oh, I've gotten customers from Facebook. How many and what did it cost you?
That's a lot where, so this just makes me mad. And I want to put out there too, like, there's always been Facebook ads. There's always been Instagram ads. There's always been ads, just in general. There's been Google ads, which I don't even like to push people to do Google ads anymore because that's a whole different animal. But with like Facebook, like you have Facebook boosts, and then you've always had, there's a pay-per-click network that's very similar to Google ads that's been within Facebook. I haven't dove into how AI is going to shift that specific network in general, but it's just like it's like a organic is not real anymore. You have to pay to play.
I feel like we've had this conversation. I'm having a deja vu moment, a podcast deja vu, where we've talked about Facebook being really kind of sneaky and sleazy. And people don't even realize it.
We've talked about it before. I don't think it was our main topic, but we have talked about it.
But just like what you're saying right now, people are buying back something. So it's this, people aren't even realizing that they're like taking something, they're taking your eggs, they're making it into something and then selling it back to you. And you're like, oh, this is great. Not realizing you just bought back the eggs that you sold somebody and you're now paying for them.
Yeah.
It's this whole sneaky thing, and where the average person is going like, okay, well, it's Meta. I can trust Meta. I can trust Facebook. Yeah, I'll give them my money. But you're not just giving them your money, you're giving them your data and all of this stuff that they're using to train AI to do all this.
So I want to go back a little bit because there's two pieces that I want to talk about this. The first one, I'm going to go back to what Paula was just talking about too, about all the money that you're spending into it and how many leads that you're actually getting off. So for small businesses, you will end up spending more and putting more into it than meaningful leads. Your ROI is not going to be as great because you're putting in too much money on it. So just hold on to that. But what I want to go back to on the money side of it is that years ago when I worked at a different agency, when Facebook ads were the hot stuff, the ads that we were doing were on our behalf, we were paying Facebook to do these ads, and it was coming out of our business card.
Okay.
We were not having our clients pay Facebook directly for this.
Right, you would just bill them.
We would just bill them for it. What we ended up finding is that a lot of our threshold amounts that we would get to did not match what the bill was. So when we would get the credit card bill, it was a different number.
Higher?
It was higher.
Come on.
Than what the Facebook bill was that they said that we were charged for.
How were they able to do that?
The amount of times that we had to try and call somebody at Facebook, dispute it, the amount of times that we had to cancel the business card and get a new card because at least once a month when we were going through our bookkeeping, we found that the charges on that we were getting billed from Facebook were different than what we even put
Tara,
in.
This is a whole...
So if we did $25 a day and we were doing for 4 days or something, that's $100.
Right.
A lot of the times it wasn't exactly $100. It would be like $102.72. It would be a little higher. It wouldn't be exactly $100. I'm sorry, if I'm putting in a budget for $100, I'm expecting to get
You know why? I'm sitting here. This is freaking me out because this is the quintessential sneaky scam where, people put a card on file and you figure like a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. They won't notice because the average person is not going to check and notice.
Yep.
But you have 1,000 people that have spent an extra $2 or $3 that they're not disputing or saying anything else about. That's however much money that is.
Yep.
A couple $1,000.
Yep.
You do that on a big scale, you can start to make money because people aren't checking. They're just running these ads.
Which is also what scares me. If Zuckerberg is saying, just give me your card and I'll get you leads. So how...
Because if nobody's checking, people still feel that Facebook is your grandma that you can trust and she's harmless. So people are willing... Well, it's the same way all the time when you log into an app. People are logging in with their Facebook account all the time.
We've talked about before too. You can log
there's
in
just
through,
this whole feeling behind Facebook that, it's safe, it's fine, it's trustworthy.
Meta and Facebook and Instagram and all the things under Meta are trying to just keep inching their way further into your lives so that they can literally take over the world. I know that sounds really conspiracy, but really look at all the factors that we've just talked about in a short period of time. And they've been making stuff just so much more difficult on any forefront. You just have to keep putting money out there to pay to play. And it's just, for small businesses that might not have that budget, that's really difficult to do. You just can't do it.
This comes down to our heart for customers as well, Tara, where we just want to see people actually getting traction, their businesses succeeding and not being taken advantage of and not spending $1 million trillion to get there. And so these people who are like, oh, well, my gosh, Tara, if somebody says, give me your credit card, I'll get you customers. You and I have had offline conversations about this where when it comes to getting leads and getting customers, I mean, if you told someone, if I got to start doing that, give me your credit card and I'll get you customers or leads. People would throw their credit cards at me. I could charge them whatever I want. For sure. Wow.
So
what's the other? You said there was another one.
Well, I had a couple. So one of the... I lost my train of thought again. This is a problem why I don't like having notes in front of me because I can't organically just like...
Well, it would help if your co-host didn't keep just taking a hard right turn.
Well, in Meta AI ads specifically, it's still in beta mode. But here's one of the other things I don't like.
Wait, maybe we should explain to the fine folks watching or listening, with these Meta ads, Meta AI ads, because you're having, it's not an ad that you're creating. Because back in the day, it used to be you created your post with the picture and the little
and you put in your own
and the hashtags and the emojis, and you would boost it. You would boost your post, whether for a day, 5 days, whatever, and with a budget. Okay, I want to spend $100. Okay, you'll get in front of this many people. That's how it used to be.
Gave you an estimation of how much. Yeah.
So now, because Meta has their own AI platform, their own bot that they're developing, creating, working on.
What is it called?
It's Meta AI.
Meta. I thought they had another name. It wasn't just Meta AI.
Yeah. Oh, okay, hold on, I'll look that up. So, but now they're kind of saying, we'll just use our AI to do it for you.
Yeah.
So you're not even creating your ad that's going out there.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
So, and then you think about it too, if you're not creating your own ads, and this is why I always talked about too, with Google ads specifically, because you can put your Google ads on full automation. So your ads are literally, they're doing all of the recommendations that you should be doing manually on a monthly basis.
It's Meta AI.
So It's I swear there was another name.
I know, me too, but it is. It's that's why, and you see it everywhere as Meta AI.
Okay, I'm probably thinking of something else then that I just saw. But if you're not having somebody that is knowledgeable about that platform and knows what's going on, you just have it on. I just got done with overhauling a client's Google Ads account with the last 6 months. Actually, it's probably been 8 months that it took to get us to the point of where we are right now, because it was all on automation, and the previous whoever was doing it before just basically set it and just let it be. Well, they were getting charged upwards of they were getting I don't know the exact amount, but they were in the $3,000-$4,000 mark a month that they were getting billed for Google Ads after we revamped it. And this is because it was all on automation. So Google is making assumptions about what your ad is about, and you're not consistently training it. You need to be consistently doing the things instead of just having, and I bring it back to this whole thing. I had a automotive repair shop. I've talked about this before too, that they were doing Google Ads campaigns. Well, one of the recommendations they were doing was to put in a keyword about auto body. Auto repair shop is not the same as an auto body shop. Two completely different places. One works on the exterior of your car and make sure that there's not dents and dings and all that stuff. Automotive repair works on the inside of your car, making sure that everything is working and maintenance and all of that stuff. So if you just set something and let it just go automated, chances are you're losing out on a ton of money. So that's not super great. And that makes me really sad for businesses, because a lot of small businesses, they just don't have the money to do that.
So right now, Meta has become another word that's very comfortable, synonymous. People are like, oh, it's Meta, it's Meta. It's like Amazon or Google, and they're not really thinking about it. So they will hand over their credit card. But are you looking at these ads? Do you know what they look like? Do you know who they're being put in front of? So they're just taking your money, and you aren't actually tracking your results.
And it also, I think it just leaves so businesses are just being told that they can only rely on Meta to
It's also letting go of your brand.
It is,
because you are now handing your brand over to Meta and hoping that they nail it with an ad, rather than you keeping control of your brand and your brand voice. And
I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. So there's a lot of other questions that I have on this, but just a couple sources, because we're out of time here. But a couple sources that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, I've already talked about The Guardian. So Zuckerberg talks about AI tools as business boosters, critics see data grab, and all that stuff. So if you want to go check out the Guardian article, you can go do that. There was another spot in Wired that said Meta's AI is built to keep you scrolling and spending.
Ooh.
MIT Tech Review had another one, why Facebook's AI is not your business partner.
Oh.
And then Forbes had one come out too that Meta.
Can we go back for a second?
Yes.
I want to go back for just a hot minute. Because when you talked about, so let's say, really quick. So I'm Princess Paula and I sell crowns. I sell handmade bejeweled crowns.
Bejeweled.
So I go and I'm going to use Meta AI to make an ad. Meta AI is now creating an ad to sell my crowns. So when somebody is scrolling, oh, what a pretty crown, I want to buy this. They click on it. So this is what we talked about earlier. And it opens up a window within Facebook for them to buy my crowns. The reason why this is such a big deal is you want people going to your website. You want those clicks and hits on your own website. So if somebody is scrolling and they see my bejazzled crowns and they want to buy one, when they click on that ad, like, oh, I'd love to buy one of Paula's crowns, I want them going directly to my website, purchasing off my website, clicking on my website, because that's going to help me and my business and my SEO. It's going to make Google happy. It's going to help my business. People clicking on an ad in Facebook that just keeps them inside the Facebook universe does not help me as a business.
No.
This is what you don't understand. But most people are like, oh, this is super easy, and I'll just do an ad in Meta, and I'll just give them my card.
But an ad in Meta is staying in Meta. I mean, Meta ads are right now at least, are not being indexed by Google, so you won't see a Meta ad showing up in search. But if you're selling your crowns on your website and you have if you have
even
the
putting it
clicks
on
there,
Etsy would be better than
Etsy would be way better than putting it on Meta, because all the data just stays within Meta and it doesn't get on general search. Your Facebook stuff, like your general posts and stuff, those will go on search.
Okay, here's
but
a
Meta
question,
ads will not.
and I don't know if you know the answer to this. You may or may not know the
will.
answer. So, like, we were talking the other day, you and I had a whole conversation about how AI now is going out and searching things on, like, that's a whole other part of Google.
Oh,
Google is using AI.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if AI, like we'll call it out here, general AI that's being used in SEO now in search, can see what's going on in Meta AI, or if Meta AI is kind of firewalling, blocking what non-Meta AI can see.
I haven't seen it pull any info from Facebook specifically. Normally,
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because now if that's a whole other way that you're being found, that AI is now crawling the web and looking at everything. But if they can't see what's happening over in Facebook land, in Meta land, then if you're spending a lot of time and money marketing there.
And all these other search tools, AI search tools, aren't pulling that information
And that
you're
means,
spending all the money in.
So you're not getting as far of a reach at, this is good stuff to...
So at some point, we are going to come back to this topic because, again, I said that Meta AI ads is in beta mode right now. You're still able to use it, but it's listed as beta, which they still say, oh, it's great. You can put all your money in it. Just give me your credit card and I'll get you leads. There's a reason why, especially when a new update comes out on plugins and stuff, like just in general on website updates and things like that, when new updates come out, I normally wait a certain period of time before I actually start updating everything or utilizing it or whatever, because there's going to be some bugs and kinks that need to get figured out after they release something. There's a reason why many things aren't out there are on like version 12.9.2 or whatever. Like, so I would just take it with a grain of salt. But that last one from Forbes is Meta AI and the death of organic marketing. Think about that.
Oh.
Because especially with just it's making small businesses throw out so much more money, and organically it's making it more difficult for businesses, and especially us marketing people that really strive on the organic piece for businesses, because they don't have the budget to put all the money in and do pay-per-click and all this stuff.
I wonder if we should start linking some of these articles on our...
Oh, I can link all these. I can link all these ones
on when we post the episode.
Yeah, so if you want to go and look directly at them and read them for yourself and take in your own. These are just some pretty high... big sites for credibility here. So that's why I was kind of like, this is one that we really need to talk about. And it really does, as soon as I saw that article from The Guardian, and it was like, give me your credit card. And
you know what's interesting, Tara, is there will always be people, like, even there could be someone watching or listening to this or someone out in the world, like their whole thing is going to be like, I get so many leads from Facebook and Facebook's my jam. And I'm always like, great. If that's your jam, if that's what you have decided to put all your eggs in that basket and it's working for you, have at it. Who am I to say anything differently? But for other people where I'm going, what's your ROI? Tell me how that's working for you.
I want to know what your ROI is, because if you're, and some of you, if you don't know what an ROI is, it's return on investment. So if you're putting out money, if you're putting out $50 per lead, and each one of those leads that you might get one only that bites, and the job is for $5, you just put $50 out there and you only got $5 back. That's not a good ROI, because you just wasted money. So when we're saying this, it's like, really think about what each one of your jobs is worth, like what your services are worth. And then that's how you should be really figuring out what type of budget you're putting out in any ad network. But especially with just how Meta AI ads is kind of, it's taking away the organic piece, and it's making you guys spend more money.
And make sure you ask. When you get a new customer or client, find out where they came from. if they weren't an introduction
That's
from
marketing
somebody else.
101. You should be collecting that data everywhere.
Right, but you'd be surprised how many people don't. Because then if you're like doing these ads on Facebook all the time, and one of us, we come along and say, so what's your ROI on that? And you're like, I don't know. And it's like, okay, you need to know how many customers actually came from Facebook, so that if you've spent $50,000 on ads and you got one customer, it's not working for you. Like, and if you're like, well, how do I find out? Ask your clients and customers, how did you hear about us?
You know what's really funny? There was a
hippopotamus in a tutu?
Yes. And it was dancing in the rain. A while ago, there was a webinar that I did, and it was during the decline of the whole Facebook ads and Instagram ads and stuff. And I hopped on this webinar, and they were showing screenshots of some of their clients, that the amount of money that they were spending on an annual basis, like upwards of $60,000 in Facebook ads.
Oh my gosh.
And they were trying to say that their ROI, and I was like, I can tell you, I don't care how you're configuring that, spending $60,000, and maybe it was like a super high-end business, maybe it was like 3M or something, like, I don't know what the company was, so maybe that made sense for them to spend $60,000, but for the average Joe, the people that Paula and I are out there helping, like, they don't have $60,000 to spend on ads, and their ROI on that is not going to be anything. You're probably going to go bankrupt if you're doing that, because you're small businesses and all that. But, yeah, Meta AI ads, it's just...
Let us know. Let us know out there if you're someone that has, in the past, maybe boosted, or now if you're running ads, and if it's working really well, or if it's not. We'd love to have your input and maybe even have a conversation with you, you know.
Or if you've tried doing Meta AI ads, because I bet your bottom dollar, you bet my bottom dollar, whatever. I am not ever trying that. So
give me your credit card. I'll get you some leads.
If you have tried it, I would love to hear your insights on it.
Like Wazowski. I got to try that. I'm going to start going around and say, give me your credit card and I'll get you customers.
And then they'll be like, no, I'm not going to give you my credit card. And be like, well, Zuckerberg said to do it.
Gave it to Zuckerberg.
You just hand it over.
At least you know
on
me.
A silver platter.
See previous.
See other episode about business cards.
Well, thanks, Tara.
So that's what I got today. But anyways, thanks for sticking. I hope you stayed along with this one. It was a long ride. This one was a long one.
So good, though. Always educational.
So much information on it. But if you liked what we talked about, if you have any other comments, please like and subscribe. Let us know that you're out there. We would love to hear from you. We also have just a couple more spots for sponsorship opportunities. So if you are interested in sponsoring one of our episodes, please go to royallyunhinged.com and fill out the form on there, and we will get you the info that you need so that you can sponsor our lovely faces.
And if you want some help, if you're kind of sitting here going, I've been actually doing these ads for a while and couldn't figure out why they weren't helping and I don't know what to do, reach out to us. Tara and I would love to help you in your business. Connect with your customers and find a way to market yourself that makes sense for you and your pocketbook. So just reach out to us, because that's why we do this. That's where this whole podcast started, was we really want to just be able to give you information and help you out. And take your money back from Zuckerberg.
I mean, I'll take your money. You can give me your money.
And I'll get you customers.
I'll take it.
And I'll get you leads.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm trying to wink. I can't wink. Anywhoodly, again, go like and subscribe. We're on all the major platforms. Thanks for sticking along with us for this long. Until next time, I am one of your beautiful co-hosts.
Yes, you are.
With my other beautiful co-host.
Bet your bottom dollar, Princess Paula.
And together we are Royally Unhinged.
Arr, matey. You give me your credit card, I'll get you leads.
I'll get you the booty.
Arr.